Yo, what's up guys? LeftBurst here, and today we're going to be discussing the newest episode of Beyblade vs. Turbo slash Super Z, episode 48. Now, overall, this episode, there wasn't something like super crazy or something super awesome that happened this episode. It was kind of a chill, laid-back episode, kind of developing and forming what's going to happen in the future episodes, the last 3 episodes of Chozy. From my knowledge, I think all Beyblade seasons, at least in Burst, go up to episode 51, so we have 3 more episodes, and at the end of the episode, I will speculate what I think the last 3 episodes are going to be, but for now, let's just get into this episode review. And again, overall, the episode wasn't like super hype, but it was a pretty average episode. I enjoyed it, so yeah, let's get this started. Before we start this episode review, actually, let me just talk about what happened last episode. Basically, what happened last episode was there is this amazing battle between Fi and Shu, and it was super awesome. There's actually a point in the battle where I thought Shu would win, but in the end, Fi did manage to break Chozy's Spriggan, which doesn't really matter at this point because somehow in this episode, Chozy's Spriggan just miraculously healed. I don't understand how, but whatever. Okay, we'll talk about that later though. Anyway, so yeah, Fi totally destroyed Chozy's Spriggan, and at the end of the episode, we see Aiga challenging Fi to a battle. And basically, everything that happens this episode is Aiga is just training against all the people in the Beguma Bay Club and trying to train for that battle against Fi. So like when the battle comes, he can be ready, he can beat Fi, he can be great. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be amazing. Anyway, so yeah, let's get into more detail about that stuff. The episode starts off with Ranjaro and Aiga battling. They're kind of training. Aiga, of course, having that Chozy Bay, he's able to beat Ranjaro's Crash Ragnarok. And then Fubuki comes up to him after Aiga beats Crash Ragnarok. Fubuki's like talking about Shu and how sad he was that Shu's Beyblade broke, and for Aiga to like avenge Shu. And just thinking about that just makes Aiga so mad, so furious at Fi, because Fi was the one that destroyed Shu's Beyblade. Fi's the one that literally destroys everyone's Beyblade. Think about it. Fi literally destroyed our mascot Beyblades of this channel. Fi destroyed Geist Fafner and Chozy's Spriggan like back to back. It was insane. And I'm mad at Fi too. I kind of hate Fi. Like honestly, his character isn't really that great. I definitely like Louis as an antagonist and Shu as an antagonist more than Fi as an antagonist, you know? Because Louis, he had this whole like complex where the only reason he was like trash talking people and always so rude was because that was kind of just in his nature. Like you see people who have anger problems. Louis has anger problems, and he also trash talks a bunch of people because he's better than most people. He hasn't really had a challenge, but when he has a challenge, he kind of like calms down and stuff. Anyways, yeah, I really like his character because his character is relatable. It actually makes sense. As for Shu was like an amazing character in season 1, and just seeing him turn to a bad guy, that was really tragic, and that was really awesome to see him develop into that and to come back to the good side. But Fi, it seems like he's just evil to be evil. Like I would say Shu and Louis, although they were antagonists, they were more like anti-heroes. Like they kind of had their own purpose. They didn't think that what they were doing was like purely evil. Well, granted, maybe Shu did towards the end of the God season, but yeah, anyways. But Fi, on the other hand, he's just like, there's no reason to be like this. He's just evil, just to be evil. He's an alien. Like I just don't understand his character. Anyway, enough talking about Fi. Let's get back into this battle. Anyway, so yeah, Fubuki talks with Aiga. They get mad about Fi just being a jerk, and then after that we get the scene with Toko using Nika's iPad, and basically what they're doing is they're trying to like watch Shu's battle against Fi and see what went wrong. So they're literally watching Shu's Beyblade, Chozy's Spriggan get destroyed back to back for hours on end, and I don't think I could watch that. Actually, I take it back. I would totally watch that episode multiple times because that episode was actually really good. And although it is really sad that Chozy's Spriggan broke in that episode, it was a really cool scene. I will have to say, It was amazing. Anyway, so after that, we cut back to a scene where Toko meets up with Aiga again, and basically what Toko says is he's like, yeah, you basically have no chance of beating Fi. I have no idea how you're gonna beat him, but like if we train some more, we can probably find a way. And while they're talking, guess who shows up at the door of the Begama Bay Club? It is Shu Kurenai, and I was honestly like, I was freaking out when this happened. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, it's Shu Kurenai. This is amazing. Anyway, so basically what happens is Shu Kurenai shows up at the Begama Bay Club, and this is kind of nostalgic because Shu used to go to this I think this is elementary school, middle school, I don't know. I think they're in around 5th grade right now, so I will say it's elementary school. So yeah, Shu shows up at this elementary school, and it's nostalgic because this is where he used to go. This is where, like, he and Volt and everyone used to, like, battle at the Big Club. It's amazing. Also, why haven't we seen, like, Shu's high school or Volt's high school? Aren't they, like, 13? 13's the age where you usually go to high school, right? Freshmen in high school. So yeah, why haven't we seen their high school? Their high school. We need a whole series about, like, Shu and Volt's high school and their Beyblade adventures. Maybe Volt makes like a new Bay Club in the high school, and it would be amazing. Anyway, I'm rambling again. So yeah, Shu shows up, and Shu basically showed up to help Aiga train and avenge him and defeat Fi. And it's in this scene that we get revealed that Shu's Beyblade, Chozi Spriggan, is miraculously put back together. Now, of course, I don't speak Japanese, so I don't really know how he got Chozi Spriggan back. But from my understanding, I'm pretty sure he just like, oh, my Beyblade broke, and he just went to like a Bay doctor, and he's like, hey, can we make Chozi Spriggan again? And they were like, sure, and then they just made it. And again, this is literally like the day after Chozi Spriggan broke, so it's I remember back in like the Burst series, sorry, not the Burst, season 1 and season 2, when your Beyblade broke, it was like, that was it. You broke the Beyblade, you're out of the season. But it seems like in the Chozi, it's like, you broke your Beyblade, alright, here, we have like 50 extra ones, which kind of takes away from Beyblades breaking, if it hasn't already been taken away, because Fi breaks everyone's Beyblades. Like, breaking Beyblades, it's a common occurrence in the Chozi anime. Also, something else I would like to mention is I'm surprised that Shu just didn't upgrade his Beyblade. Like, if your Beyblade breaks, that means you should upgrade it to make it stronger, right? But instead, Shu's just like, I like Chozi Spriggan, let's just get another Chozi Spriggan. Like, imagine if we get, like, a mid-season evolution for Chozi Spriggan, and it turns out that Shu's like, and then Shu gets like a super powerful new Spriggan Bay, beats Volt, and Shu's like the last character that Aiga will have to defeat in the future. That would be really cool. But instead, he just makes a new Chozi Spriggan. No, you know what would be even cooler? Oh my gosh, maybe, like, I don't even care if it's still Chozi Spriggan. What if he had, like, the Royal King Spriggan? You guys know what I'm talking about? The one that released with Koro, the white one with the amazing colors that debatably look even better than Chozi Spriggan's regular colors. Imagine if he showed up with that glossy white Chozi Spriggan. That would be amazing. I would love that. And yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the episode. I keep on rambling this episode. I have like so many ideas when I watch this anime. Anyway, so yeah, Shu turns up. He like talks to his Beyblade. He's like, yeah, me and Spriggan, we're back together. It's only been a day, but it feels like centuries. I have no idea what I'm talking about. So yeah, he basically comes up and he suggests this idea to help Aiga train against Fi, and the idea is a battle royale against Aiga. So the idea is Shu, Fubuki, Ranjaro, Ranjaro, I don't know. People in the comment section are saying it's called Ranjaro or whatever, but like I'm just gonna call it Ranjaro because I'm just used to calling it Ranjaro, right? Anyway, so yeah, Shu, Fubuki, Ranjaro. I literally said I was gonna call it Ranjaro, and I call it Ranjaro. Ranjaro, and Suo. They all team up against Aiga to try to simulate what a battle against Fi would be like. So yeah, it's a whole battle royale. Aiga launches Beyblade, everyone else launches their Beyblade, and yeah, they get the battle started. It starts off with Ranjaro using his Ragnarok Storm, which definitely reminds me of Louis' special move, Longinus Storm. Again, what happened to Louis? He just disappeared. I don't think he's coming back. I hope he comes back the next series, GT. So yeah, he uses Ragnarok storm on Aiga, but Aiga's able to hit Ragnarok away. Then Fubuki uses his new special move. I think it's called Emperor, instead of Emperor Drift, it's called Emperor Crush. Aiga's able to defend against that. Then Suo uses his special move. It's literally just like a barrage of special moves towards Chozi Achilles. So yeah, then Suo uses his special move. Have no idea what it means. It's some special move in Japanese, but it's basically the special move where Suo's Beyblade, HE Double Hockey's Salamander, jumps in the air and crashes into the other Beyblade like a meteor. And then finally, after that, they kind of simulate Phi's special move. You know Phi's special move that breaks everyone's Beyblade? I think it's called Dead Stinger. And how they simulate that is instead of the outer ring of Dead Hades and Dead Hades, the Beyblade itself, hitting the Beyblade at the same time, they just have Emperor Fornius and Crash Ragnarok hit Aiga at the same time, and I guess that's like very similar to Dead Hades' Dead Sting. Anyway, so after that, Aiga is able to defend against the Dead Sting. Aiga is just a boss. Like, oh my gosh, this episode he's just like, special move, get out of here. Other special move, deflected. Super special move that totally destroys everyone's Beyblade. I don't care. So yeah, anyway, he's able to defend all these special moves, but then Shu comes around, and of course, you kind of know it's over when Shu comes around. Shu comes around with Chozi Spriggan, and he uses Chozi Spriggan Slash, and then when he uses Chozi Spriggan Slash, he's able to hit the burst stopper back in on Chozi Achilles, and then burst Chozi Achilles in the end. So yeah, that's how the battle ends. Also, I'm like really, it makes me, I don't know, what's the word? I'm like really, I find it really funny how after the battle, Fubuki, Ranjaro, and Suo, they're all exhausted, like they ran a marathon or something, even though all they do in Beyblade is they just launch their Beyblade and they scream at it and watch the Beyblade like hit each other. But apparently in the anime, it takes a lot of energy away from the bladers. Anyway, so after that whole scene, Aiga totally defending against a lot of attacks, but in the end, Shu being able to burst Aiga's Chozi Achilles, we get a scene with Phi training, and Phi is basically just training against the Muso Beyblade Stadium with Duo Eclipse, or not Duo Eclipse, the two separate Beyblades. I think it's called Right Artemis and Left Apollo. He uses his special move Dead Stinger, and we see that he totally destroyed, not only did he destroy the Beyblades and burst them, he also destroyed the entire stadium, which is crazy. The stadium's like made out of metal. How did he do that? Also, I find it funny how he destroyed the stadium floor, like all of the stadium floor, but he didn't destroy the layers or the drivers of the Beyblades. Like, it doesn't really make sense to me, but whatever. Anyway, after that, we cut to back to Aiga in the game, and they're training against each other again, except it basically the same exact thing happens in the first battle, except when Chozi Spriggan goes in for that special move, Chozi Spriggan Slash, Aiga is able to defend that off because of willpower and stuff. Then he goes in to attack Spriggan. Spriggan also goes in for a special attack counter break. Both the Beyblades collide in the stadium, and Aiga, using his massive willpower, is able to hit Chozi Spriggan out of the stadium. And yeah, I guess that's where the episode ends off, and that's just showing that Aiga is able to defeat Dead Hades if he tries hard enough, or he's like what's the word? He's prepared for Dead Hades. So this whole episode was basically just preparation for the battle between Aiga and Phi and Chozi Achilles and Dead Hades. And yeah, overall, even though it was kind of a filler episode, it was kind of a cool episode to see, because of course we see Shu and like this full battle royale against Chozi Achilles, and we see all these like special moves that we've been seeing throughout the season. Another thing I would like to say is that I find it like kind of sad how none of like the new characters that were introduced in Chozi are really that relevant. Like Ranjaro, Fubuki, Suo, they all were relevant for a little bit, but now towards the end of the series, they're all kind of irrelevant, kind of in the shadows of the Beyblades from like season 1 and season 2, such as like Vault, Shu, and Free. Like, I remember in at least God series, we had Free, the character that was introduced that was super great. But in the Chozi series, it seems like we don't really have someone like that. Like, of course we have Fi, but he's the main bad guy. He doesn't really count. Like, I kind of wanted Fubuki to get, like, its own Chozi evolution and be, like, a rival to Aiga. How cool would that be? Also, what happened to, like, the Archer Hercules guy? What happened to Hoi? He kind of just left. Where's my boy Hoi? Anyway, now that we're done talking about this episode, let me just speculate what I think is going to happen in the future of the last 3 episodes of Beyblade vs. Chozi. This is what I think is going to happen. I feel like Aiga is going to be able to defeat Dead Hades, Dead Phoenix. Do I think Aiga's going to break Dead Phoenix? That would be kind of hypocritical, because the whole reason Aiga's, like, mad at Fi and Dead Phoenix is because they break everyone's Beyblades, but if he breaks his Beyblade, I mean, I guess it would be revenge, and I don't know. Do I think it's gonna happen? I have a feeling it's gonna happen, but do I want it to happen? I feel like it's going to happen. I feel like Aiga is going to break Dead Phoenix, even if it doesn't really make sense in, like, a theoretical standpoint. I do think it's gonna happen, though. Do I want it to happen? Yes, I kind of do want it to happen, because I do want Aiga to get revenge, and I feel like Fi deserves it. Like, Fi is just so smug. It makes me so mad. Like, that whole battle against Shu last episode, where he was, like, smiling the whole time, he had, like, full confidence, even though he's versing Shu, that just made me so mad. So I do hope that Aiga is able just to put Fi in his place and to destroy Dead Phoenix. So yeah, next episode, I definitely think Aiga is going to be able to defeat Dead Phoenix, maybe even break him. And the last 2 episodes, I feel like it's going to be a battle between Aiga and Volt, and we're going to get this epic battle. And maybe the last episode's going to be like a teaser to Beyblade vs. GT, just like how the God series kind of teased the Chozi series when they showed Baby Fubuki, which was amazing. Anyway, so that's going to be my episode review of episode 48 of the Beyblade vs. Chozi anime. If you guys want to see more episode reviews and discussions like this, leave a like and I might do some in the future. Also, I haven't really done too many battles just because, I don't know, I haven't really been interested in battles, but if you guys do want to see some battles, leave some battle suggestions that you want to see, and I might do those later this week. Anyway, see you guys later. Have a nice day. LeftBurst out.